Okay, so I was out at Western Branch yesterday. I was curious to see if the fish were in the same area they were a year ago, and sure enough, they were. Um, I guess I'll start out by showing you where exactly I was. And here we go. This is my track that I took. I start here. I'm gonna skip this part because I didn't really see anything. You can see that I'm coming, and I spin around, and I'm gonna pick the track up about right here with me heading northeast. I'm gonna come across. I'm gonna spot a school of fish off to my right, and that's why I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna try to get right on top of the school so that I can see it with my downward-looking sonar. Um, the boat ramp is right over here. Come on out this way, and there's a Red Roof Inn right here, just a farmhouse with a red roof on it. I think I've been told it's called Goat Island or Goat Point, something like that. Anyways, let's look and see what we got. So, coming along, not much going on. This is my prop wash from earlier. I had already made a run along here. So we're coming up. Not much yet. I'm starting to pick up a few specks here, and I just know from experience that these are gar because I can tell by how long the specks are. And here we go. Bang. Stop it right there. What's nice is you can look at my downward looking sonar and see all these specks, and I'm once again about positive these are gar. I can tell, like I said, because they're very long. The bodies are very long, and that's a lot of gar, but there's more to come. So we cruise along here. You can just see there's a little tree on the bottom there. So some bunch of structure on the bottom here. Channel bends off to the left. It gets a little sloppy here because I had to make a turn to try to stay on the channel. And here we go. There's a school off to my right here. This is a big school, and this is the one I'm going to turn around and come back and try to get on top of. Oh, there's actually another school right here too. I just caught the outer part of it. So here we go again with the gar. And we're just, there's actually a little point sticking out here. And just look at the gar. They're just on top of this point, and it's just, this is hundreds if not thousands of gars. This is crazy. This is a ton of gar right here, just everywhere. I mean, they're all over the place. So once again, now I'm going up. I turned around. I come back. There's my prop wash. I'm trying to find that school of fish. Once again, I'm going passing back over the gar, and you can see them on my downward-looking sonar. Lots of gar, lots of gar. And then here we go. I just passed over that school of fish that we saw, and when you go directly over them, it splits them in half, but you can see them on the bottom. And this is in water close to 33 feet deep, and they're just sitting right off the bottom. And that's the school right there. And I think I'm going to spin around one more time. Yep, you can see all my prop wash because I'm spinning around, and I just split them again. Once again, I found them. And this is using my 997 with the GPS feature that a lot of guys hate and have major problems with, but I seem to be able to make it work. So there they are, school of fish sitting on the bottom. And then just cruise on by, lots of prop wash. And here they are again off to my right. Big school of fish here and here. And that's that. And then I think this is the same school I spotted earlier. We'll look on another video. And I'm going to fast forward this one just to save a little bit of time. There we go. This is these are gar over here to the left. I figured that out because I caught one. So here we go. And this time the school's off to my left. And here they are. Here's a big school here and a big school here. So what I did was I stopped recording and I took a snapshot, which you can see a little bit clearer. That here's the school and there's the shadow. The shadow will let you know how high off the bottom they are. So these fish weren't hugging the bottom. Some of them weren't, some of them were. But that's a lot of fish. So then also, just to show you where I'm at, here's the map of the lake. And basically this channel right here, this is where the fish are. They're hanging out in the channel, and the gar, the large amount of gar were right here off this little bit of a point. The schools I always find right in this area here. and they just hang out in this deep water. I have found them as far as over here, and I've seen the gar along in here. But basically, right now, the gar, if you want to catch gar, go right here. And there's some in the channel here. You can't help but see them. And then going back to my schnapps, oh, I got something else I wanted to show you. Let's zoom ahead here, looking at some pictures I took. Oh, once again, that's a huge school of fish that I marked right there. It's a huge shadow. And another huge school of fish. It just kills you because you know they're there, but they're up and roaming the channel and you can't stay on top of them. This is what I call the main aerator. I think Russell told me it's called Lambert Point or Russell Point, one of them. But you can see the aerator's got a shadow of 3 right here, so I know there's some kind of 3 posts or poles holding it up. But what I was interested in was these 3 dots you see over here that also have shadows. So what I did was I dropped a marker buoy and I went to fish this largest of the 3. And fun part is this water here is about 43 feet deep, and these buggers are right on the bottom. So I drop a marker buoy and end up catching a 15-inch striper right off the bat. And then, of course, the school moved, and I couldn't find it or stay on top of it, and it wasn't crappie, so I didn't really care to anyways. But what's interesting is then most likely these are 3 school of striper, the smaller striper. So I thought that was rather interesting. So there you go, Western Branch. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time.